Hello and good luck. Ayo, AAIW, is playing last. That's cool. So let's see if I'm on the play. I mean, I guess I'll get going here. I'm not gonna mulligan this, but sure wish I was drawing. But I think everyone's pretty much faced. Oh, one mole. Not horrible when you're on the draw, but okay. Yeah, we'll get our planes down right away. Let my opponent think, oh, planes, not a big deal. It's an easy color to deal with. Yeah, not worried about a haste, dude. So we'll just start this route. We'll get Master Diversion online next. And with these old Celestial Flares, maybe a Master Diversion just gets a whole lot of gold. So I'm going to be pretty liberal with it, considering I do have a bunch. Because I think what we're going to do is get the diversion on. Beat down with whatever my opponent has next turn, and probably use a Celestial Flare on the crackback, right? Academy Raider, and that, yeah, just might be something Celestial Flare. I, in essence, have 3 in hand, so that's a thing. I almost don't want to tap down the Academy Raiders because it is something I would love if my opponent wanted to chump block for. Yeah, I think I'm going to Celestial Flare it because then I'll get it back with Archaeomancer the following turn. And I do think Academy Raiders is a worthy target. Maybe if all I had was one Celestial Flare, but now it's kind of time. And being able to do 3 of these kind of like in a row is going to be pretty cool. So that will be nice. And my opponent will probably try to play around it after I get this Celestial Flare in the graveyard back to my Archaeomancer. And then having another one backed up is going to be kind of frustrating for my opponent. Assuming I play it right. Another Academy Raider. Okay. So that's happening. Hey, pacifism. That'll be good. Ouchie, ouchie. Yes. And pass the turn. Kind of bummer that my opponent will get to do a rummage with the Academy Raider here. But that is to be expected, I suppose. I was expecting just damage coming through, not a nice discard draw, but oh well. And the Baloth. At this point, we're just going to do some tempo swings here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I still want to keep the Celestial Flare up, unfortunately. I don't mind taking 4 from the Baloth, because I do actually. I would like Celestial Flare to get either one of those guys down. Ranger's Guile? Are you thinking about Ranger's Guiling this? No, it's already targeted, right? Or does it has no valid target, so it goes away? I'm curious. Would you Ranger's Guile against an ability if that allows you to eat a guy? That'd be interesting. Not too sure. Cool. And I'm getting on the Charging Griffin, even though it's generally better to progress my board. I think if I can just wait turn, grab another land, I think Celestial Flare again is going to be good against either one of these creatures here. My opponent knows I have one of them, so it's not like that's a surprise. So we'll use it. What does my opponent care more about? Keeping a big dude around, or trying to get out of some sort of screw or something? Yeah, just wants to get some damage through. Do it. Oh, that's really good for me. Not great that I don't get to play the Charging Griffin again, so... I'm just going to do another Celestial Flare. Get through the Rumbling Baloth, and even though I could be at, winning a race a little bit easier here, with Pacifism backup, I am cool with this. The opponent's like, what? Not another one. And now with the Master Diversion, my opponent's going to be pretty behind, even if there's a big dude here. Yeah, we're just going to tap that down for days and win a race. So that'll be cool. Oh, now we get the planes online. That's fine. Play that. Attack in. And start adding more guys to the board. And then Pacifism. I could do only Pitchburn Devils, but I'm actually not that worried about it since I have the Master Diversion right now. I'd rather my opponent think that a stabilization play can come down with the 6 mana and holding back the Pitchburn Devils, and then we can pacify and swing in for another 3 for another 6, putting my opponent to 1, which will be really hard. And we'll still have a Charging Griffin backup, so that's pretty cool. Enlarge could get scary because then the race gets a little bit difficult. Hunt the Weak. Yeah, we'll save the Griffin here. Yeah, that's gonna be the Pitchburn Devils. I don't get to kill the Pitchburn Devils, but I do get to save my Griffin, and that's gonna be kind of key. And if he doesn't have a 2-drop follow-up, then I don't even need to play that Pacifism yet. That's pretty okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and show another Charging Griffin. I'm not too worried about it. I guess I don't have to, but I think there's no reason not to. In case there's something I'm thinking about that can really get me pretty hard. I can't think of a spell where I don't win on this one, but it just kind of guarantees me there. So we just had kind of the nut draw there with our Celestial Fair being bought back by our Chaomancer, and just my opponent never having to play more than 1 creature a turn to kind of get back in it. Solemn Offering not bringing in, and these dinky 2-drops can do nothing against a green-red deck, so yeah, we're keeping it the exact same way. Okay. And he's playing last, so now my opponent is going to play first. So that's interesting. And we're definitely keeping this hand. We've got a pretty good hand here. So I like that. Oh, plays that. Oh, sorry. I'm glad I didn't F6, because I almost did. But I thought for some reason I read that the wrong way. Oy. It's getting late and the drugs are making me drowsy. And by drugs I do mean medication. People, don't get too excited here. Alright, playing to my Essence Scatter. Come on. Play your Tusker, huh? Ooh, Deadly Recluse. Let's see, I'm gonna think. Do I care about it? No, I don't. We'll let that guy go down. Hey, Celestial Flare. Right on time. Do I play more Armancer? I have Pacifism, And pacifism is going to get possibly Celestial Flare away, but no, I'm going to just play this correctly and acknowledge that pacifism is not going to be in a graveyard. That's my game plan. Ooh, stuck on 2? That is not good. I'm definitely going to Celestial Flare that Deadly Recluse, because that allows me to get my Griffin online. Actually, I'm just going to trade. I'm actually very okay with trading that. Like, why not? Why don't I just waste my Celestial Flare? That's a good idea. No, Oromancer's nothing. My opponent has to discard. This is not fun, especially since I won the first game, so my opponent like kind of needs to step up on this. Wow, that's just a huge bummer, basically. Yeah, and we're just gonna go ahead and Celestial Flare the Deadly Recluse now because it is gonna be killing this Griffin out, and we just want to get more pressure online. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Do it. And because of that, I will go ahead and play my Warden. I don't know if my opponent was hoping to bait out a Celestial Flare that way. That seems kind of weird. If you know it's going to die anyway. Windstorm. Oh, that's why. Okay. Good value, good value. That would be a 2-for-1. We're going to go ahead and continue, though, with more flyers. Yeah, that kind of wrecked me. Could have wrecked me more. I shouldn't say wrecked. My opponent's still stuck on lands. But I have to be careful. Like, I'm not exactly putting tons of pressure up, and with my opponent have that many cards in hand, I have some power here, so it should be okay. What else? Advocate of the Beast? That's fine. And here, this is where time map is just going to be very hard for my opponent. Because it means my opponent's going to draw the Advocate of Beast again, and that's just going to suck. Because now we know what my opponent has and is going to do. Yep. We just get to play this nice little combo game. Should have played the Serangel first and F6'd. I don't like lack of efficiency. Not too sure there's anything my opponent can have here, but that's fine. We'll take 2. A second Windstorm. I mean, I guess that is good against me in general, but not in this situation. And yeah, we're not going to do the Celestial Flare thing again. We'll just keep this Master Diversion online. I know my opponent was trying to hold out to try to maybe get the Serangel, but yeah, I just had to stem the bleeding. My opponent doesn't know that my 3 cards in hand are all removable, so yeah, that's going to be hard. Very hard. Deadly Recluse. Okay, but Master Diversion does get around that, my friend. And then we get to Celestial Flare afterwards. We don't need to signal it necessarily that we have the Celestial Flare. That's kind of just the rub-ins, right? And that's that. We'll have one more point come through. I don't really see anything my opponent can play if he draws a land. Yeah. Land. That's kind of a lame way to win a match, but hey, I'll take it. See you in the finals.